Now, here's a quick one about a young guy who unfortunately learns the hard way why A, you never marry young, and B, you most certainly don't get involved with, let alone marry, a carousel rider. But fortunately, kicks her to the curb when finding out that she's cheating on him. Title: My newlywed wife cheated on me and I'm beyond hurt. He says here, I don't know what flair to put because honestly I never thought I'd have to post here. I'm 22 years old, my wife is 21. We got married young because we agreed there's no reason to wait and want to spend our lives together. We've only been married for 2 months. No reason to wait. How about an idea like grow up a little bit, get some life experience, get to know each other better, save some money, build your credit, build your career. I can go on, but these young people have nobody telling them reality. They probably think I know better, so this is what I'm going to do and watch what happens. For reference, we work at the same job. Bad idea. I close at night and she usually opens, but we have 2 days off a week together. Last night I know she seemed upset. She was guilty about something and I had to coax it out of what happened. A guy she had slept with regularly before we started dating was about to move away from our city. A guy she slept with regularly before, not a boyfriend, just a dude that she just randomly hooked up with when she was feeling horny. Carousel rider. He invited her out to lunch one last time and she made it seem like he was one of her first friends when she moved here, so I didn't think anything about it and told her to be safe. Smack! Your wife should not be hanging out with other dudes. I don't care what the situation is, period. I went to close that Monday and she got off work and had a smoothie with him. Is that what she called it? Apparently he offered her to come up to his apartment for one last time for the memories. They end up making out and having sex. She said he initiated it and the following encounters. She never mentioned this mistake and that while I closed again Tuesday, she went back to his place again and they did it again. So wait, is she telling you this like after all these events, or did she tell you and then continue doing this day after day? Everything. A second time, again, she did not tell me this. Wednesday through Friday, we work opposite shifts, but have Thursday off to hang out. She never once mentioned the lunch that she had, and I had to ask her about it to find out anything. She lied and said they just had smoothies and talked for 2.5 hours. I feel bad for this guy, but unfortunately, guys have to learn the hard way. On Saturday, while I'm closing once again, she went back to his apartment again for a third time, and she cheated again. This day was terrible for me at work, and I texted her telling her that I needed a hug when I got home. Smack! Need a hug when you get home? I get you're having a bad day, but in one sense, you can see why she's cheating on him acting like that. Come on. But unbeknownst to me, she was just sucking another man's you-know-what not but 4 hours before. In the few hours we spoke about this, what she did, she said she didn't believe it was a mistake. She felt guilt but not regret. And then said if he ever moved, that she would have done this even more and never even planned on telling me about it. There you go. What a great wife. What a great girl. Her loyalty is to the Chatter Tyrone player that she probably has had the hots for before, but she married her nice guy that can be a provider. She says so much more and even listed reasons why she thinks that the sex with him is better than with me, and even deleted chats that she had with him when I left the room for a moment. I caught her as she was closing Snapchat. She claimed she loved him though through our whole relationship and even asked about my thoughts for an open marriage, which is something we both discussed and agreed we'd never do if we got married. She brought up the open marriage thing before you got married and you thought it was still a good idea to marry her? Dude. On her phone, we're texting her cousin about look how cute this guy is, and I'm literally rethinking my marriage over him, and searches for why do I want a divorce after 2 months. She had even looked into jobs and apartments in the town this guy moved to. She had a whole exit plan out after 2 months. Why did she even marry me? She married you because she wanted to keep her good thing going. You obviously were the nice guy provider, take care of the bills, all that. Who knows? She can have the cake and eat it too. This is why you take a long time to get to know someone. Wait till you're older. Everything I said at the beginning. Now we're going to see this guy finally gets his senses and wakes up. He says, as an update. First, thank you all for your comments. I'm overwhelmed by the support and I want to let everybody know that I have already moved out. Good, brother. The apartment we had was hers. I'm looking into an annulment and have already removed her influence from me. When I moved out, I took most of my belongings with me. My brother, who lives in the city and works for a moving company, will get the larger items. Sweet. I think I do see the mistake in marrying so young now. Of course, hindsight is 20/20. At least you're young, you're 22, and you have your whole life ahead of you to learn from your mistakes. And this guy's going to become R-pilled hard after this. But this event caught everyone around us off guard. I have a therapist I'm talking to, and I'm surrounded by people who love me. I know I'll make it through this. Thank you to everyone. Yes, you will make it through this, and good for you for having the good sense in the end to kick her to the curb. You can't be married with someone like this. She's a carousel writer, but I guarantee you guys, when things don't work out with this guy that she really likes, she will be back. Mark my words, you all know how it works. They always come back. So do not even think about having anything to do with her. Hopefully he can get the annulment, not the divorce. But it's only been 2 months, so I think he can, and learn from this mistake. But if he makes the same mistake getting involved with a girl like this, rushing into a relationship, rushing into marriage, at that point then, he has no one to blame but himself. But guys, again, another lesson, no carousel riders as girlfriends, or certainly not wise, and you take your time to get to know somebody if you consider getting married one day.